Welcome back, everyone. I am just getting these trees on. I just really kind of want to get this done, get it out of the way. There's not a lot here, so I'm just going to chop them all. Then we're going to use the object hider to hide all of these stumps. And is that one? That's weird. That one's kind of very angled. Yeah, unfortunately, the trees, the trees do not, you can't cut the stumps below water. So I don't know if there's another way to do that. I would actually prefer, why is that? Oh no. I kind of wanted it to fall the other way. All right, we're going to have some fun. I wonder if I could, if I cut them high, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure something out. If I cut it like here and leave a stump like sticking out, which isn't ideal, but no, it won't seem to, anyways, it won't seem to cut it. All right, we're gonna have to use the object hider. Don't like it, but so be it. Let me just cut all of these down real quick. And then we'll get on with the actual farm. This is more of a decorative thing, make a few bucks. We'll yank all this stuff out. And then get rid of that sawmill. Very temporary. I said there's not many, but truth is, I guess there's a few. Not trying to get too fancy either as to how well, you know, how close I cut them. Okay, two more. And one more. I believe that's it. Okay, so let's get these out of here, and I will hide. Actually, maybe I should do that now. Object, hide that. Just being careful not to remove an actual tree. There's another one. Oh, that's not going to be good. I'll do that one later. There we go. That one's hidden. That one's hidden. Kind of weird a little bit, but they can't be cut, so I'm not going to get the ones that are very close to trees because I worry that it's going to delete the tree instead. Oh man, I'm getting stuck in the logs here. Yeah, this is not great. Alright, I gotta get out of here. How do I get out? I am stuck. I can't navigate my way out of here. It's like a puzzle. There we go. Alright. Let's grab a couple of trees. Hopefully this won't take too long. And control K. Okay, and Y. Yeah, this could take a little while. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this all today. We can just super strength these suckers out of here. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, the tree went away. What the heck? Okay, you know what? Super strength it is. I'm not going to bother with the details of this. This is not a main activity that I want to do on the farm. I just want to get it done. Let's grab some more. Does look kind of cool. Maybe I'll leave one in the pond. It looks a little bit, you know, that happens, right? You get ponds like that. Could leave a couple. Actually looks a lot better with the sticks in the water, not standing up. Oops, a little bit further. I definitely want that one that's hanging up there. I'm having troubles, I'm mentally having troubles doing stuff cheaty easy mode. Like I don't know, slowly but surely, the more I played this game, the more I want to do stuff the hard way, but my patience usually gets in the way. I'm going to leave one tree in the water, just for looks. Oops. I think I will leave that one, but I think we're going to put it, like, it's going to go completely under. Yeah, let me grab this guy, because this is the guy that's bugging me. There we go. And no, you know what? I think I'm going to leave that one that's half sticking out of the water there. I think I'll leave that one there. Yeah, what else do we have in here? Let's hide some more of these. And we got that one there. I kind of want to leave it there. This guy can come out. And maybe we'll leave a stump or two. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think that's most of the trees. This guy, I'm just going to leave it there. And there's this one stump over here. Where is it? Over there. I think we'll get rid of it. Okay. I think we're good. I think that's it. Get this project over with. We'll return the winch. And we'll sell this as soon as it's done processing. There's 20,000 liters of trees in there. And I'm going to be a little bit... What's that? That's a rock. I'm going to be a little bit fussy about how this sits. I'm going to put it like here. There's a tree stump there. It broke off. Okay. We're done. That was a glorious 10 minutes of grabbing trees. Okay, so I can't get rid of the sawmill yet. We'll get rid of that. The winch is leased, I believe, so I think I can just return that. Vehicles, where am I? What am I doing? Vehicles, right here. That's it. So we'll just return that. The rest is owned. All right. Now, let me just park here for a minute. We'll let this process. Okay, so a couple of things. I need to clean up the yard a bit. I need to get some gravel or some dirt down. We're going to clean that up. And our field is doing good. We got that sprayed up. It's ready. I believe we're at 100% fertilization, so I don't think there's anything else left to do on here except wait. Could have used rolling, but so be it. So I got thinking about, so I had a kind of a vision to put an orchard all the way up the hill, or a vineyard, I should say, with just rows going in this direction, and then just have a nice look and feel to it. Somebody brought up something, and I did some testing, and they are correct. Putting vines on a side hill, like at the side of the hill, is not good. It causes problems for particularly harvesting. So I have to figure out, I do want a significant vineyards. I have to figure out how to make that work. I thought of going up and down. I think up and down would work fine, but it's not really the look I was looking for. So I think we're going to have to do some testing to see how that goes. And yeah, we'll see. I'm going to need more money before I can do that. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to need to get. So now I have to figure out how to make money from this farm enough to kind of start growing my portfolio. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. So these guys aren't going to be producing much. I got some money coming out of the sawmill. That's about it. So first of all, let's see if there's any good deals. Nope. Nothing significant. This might be interesting, but it's just a cultivator, really. Pretty basic stuff. I don't really need that. I have something else that's, yeah, better. It's 6 meters or 5 meters, I think. Am I hearing an auctioneer inside the house? Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm hearing an auctioneer inside my house. That's good stuff. All right. So let's have a look at the map. Actually, I'm not quite sure how to proceed here. We'll look at it this way. Just spin around here. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with flight instead. So it gives me a little bit more speed, and so I own to about here-ish. All this is ours. Man, what do I do now? Oh, we've got some hail coming down now. I think what I'll do, I kind of feel like I'm going to need to plant more fields. So let's think about this for a second. I'm going to need sugars. So I need some kind of sugar field. So that's typically sugar beet or sugar cane. And I think we're going to have to do sugar beet. So there's ways for me to do that are relatively inexpensive. But the problem is, where do I put that field? How far does my land go here for a second? Okay, so I still have a fair amount of room up here. I could put in a sugar beet field right here. right? And there's not much I can do over here. I've got this whole room. This is going to be a vineyard here. I'm just going to need to wrap my head around how to do that. So I think we're going to put in, why don't I do this? Why don't I build a long sugar beet field? Not very wide, just long. So it's going to go all the way up, come back down. Sound like a plan? All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's turn that off. Let's tab over. Where's my cultivator? It's right here. Now, a couple of things I want to be conscious of. I would like a path through here. So I need to leave some room for a little bit of space at the top and at the bottom of this hill. Okay, that's about straight. Now, am I on the property line? Looks like I'm spot on it. Okay, let's see what we can do. If we have to shorten it a bit, allow create fields, drop that down. Ooh, wow, I just lagged out big time. That was weird. What I want is a long field that's going to be minimal turning around. Now, I did buy a planter last episode. It's still up at the shop, so I have to go get it. Okay, I think here is good. And I think I should maybe just do the perimeter of it first. Okay. And I don't want it very wide, like that, maybe. We're gonna have to set up a couple of productions for, we're gonna need a grain mill of sorts. And we are going to need probably, we're going to need a dairy. We're going to need a refinery for sugar. And a bakery for sure. And of course, we're going to need the wine stuff, right? The wine production. Now, somebody reached out and asked where I got the wine production for, and I haven't had a chance to check yet. I believe it was from Mod Network. And probably what I'll do is I'll go find it. As soon as we drop it down on the map, I will put a link to it. So anybody who's interested, obviously that's PC only. Whoops, I could have gone a little bit further north on that one. By north, I mean east. East. Oh boy. Okay, well, paint will fix all of that. I'm gonna speed up the clock here to get rid of this tail. Also helps the wood production move along as well. There we go. Now this isn't really a small field. It's actually gonna give us quite a bit of sugar beet. That'll be good. I think the next thing, trying to think, I'm gonna need a harvester. I have everything else to take care of the sugar beet now except for the harvester. So that needs to get on the budget. And then we can start standing up some small production. Still be small. There'll be low yield, you know, low speed productions, but that's okay. We're not trying to make mass amounts of anything. We're just trying to make some good food, good fine foods. We're gonna get 10,000 back from that sawmill once it's sold, and we will get what else? Yeah, that'll be about it as far as other incomes. My next round of incomes is very questionable. I don't know where I'm going to get more money from. Now, there are a few fields on this map. There's potentially some contracts to do, although I kind of feel like that changes the flavor of the map. I want to kind of pretend those fields don't exist. All right. Of course, it's just not wide enough. Yeah, we'll run up to the shop, we'll pick up the planter, and we'll get planting right away. I hesitate to make too many fields right now because what I really want to be focused on is that vineyard. And I forget how much it costs, but I suppose it could be one of those things where we build, you know, a small vineyard and then keep adding rows to it. Okay, we're almost done here. And let's turn off create fields. Ah, yes, the shed too, right? We said we were going to get a shed. One problem at a time. Off we go. Okay. That is pesticide. I don't need that on this thing. I do have some seed and fertilizer back at the farm, so this will be good. Just gonna go very quickly. Assuming I can pull this properly up the hill. Okay, I gotta stop and do something. Why? Because I feel like it. Because I feel like it. I'm gonna keep painting away. Oh, darn it. I forget what I used Concrete dirt, I think, right? All right. We're gonna go up here. And we'll do that round. I'm gonna put a road that's gonna go up through here. Around these corners out a little bit here. And I want to just follow this power line here. Just gonna keep going. Where am I going? I have no idea. I'm just following the power line. And yes, I'm using a mod that lets me paint anywhere. I don't own this land, but I am imposing my will upon it. Okay, so that goes in there. Okay, we won't push it that far. We'll go all the way over to here. I think we will go through there at some point. Where am I? Okay, then I'm going to... let me zoom back out a little bit. I think we're going to start here. We're going to cut over. I'm putting in road systems. We're just having some fun here. And I would like one that goes here. Comes right across. How does that sound? This corner might get a little sharp, but see if I can widen it out a bit. Okay, how about one of these? That makes sense. Another one over here. Maybe we'll plop a small tree down here. Okay. We have roads, guys. Let's go this way. Oh, actually, I have to go back to the farm to load up seed and fertilizer. I love the sound the gravel makes. Don't have that in FS22. Okay, well, I came this way so I could go right to the field, but I can't do that. I gotta go get seed and fertilizer. We got things set to sugar beet already, so we'll be good to go right away. I'm really curious to see how this is gonna work up the hill. Actually, I don't have much here, do I? I really don't have much. I'm okay for seed, but I need fertilizer. That could be a bit of a problem. Okay, well, yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do. Thought I had more. For some reason, I thought I had a couple of pallets. Let's see how far this small amount of fertilizer goes. Actually, wait, what did I put my settings to? Yeah, I have it off. Supposed to be playing easy mode. Maybe I should just turn that on. It costs money though to do that way. Alright, let's see how this thing works. We're gonna do this manually here. Try to do a little bit more manual stuff in this series. We'll see how far my patience stretches. It's pretty steady 8 kilometers an hour uphill. I want to see if that's going to be different going downhill. We will need more fertilizer. It's not going super fast, but oh, I don't know, maybe we won't. We'll have to see. Let's go down this side. We'll do the sides, and then we'll work the middle afterwards. Okay, so we're doing about 12 downhill, so it's significantly slower uphill, but still very doable. Does feel weird to plant on seed bed, basically cultivated field instead of plowed. I use plowed so much. I think we're gonna have enough. I think we're gonna have enough fertilizer. Awesome. Oh, I might not have enough fertilizer. It was looking good for a little while there, but suddenly it looks like I'm going through it faster. I'm probably about half done. It's gonna be close, I think. You know how it's gonna play out, right? There's gonna be one little bit left over that I couldn't get. I was looking on ModHub this morning, just poking around, and came across something that made me extremely happy. A new mod has dropped. It is the sugarcane harvester, the small one. That was base game in 2019 and 22, but for some reason was not brought to the game in 25. Leaving us with just a massive sugarcane harvester as an option. But now we can consider doing sugarcane on a smaller scale. I don't think we'll do it here. I am considering it maybe for Rancho series. Seems natural in South America to be doing sugarcane. Now, one of the things I like about the plowed field, working a plowed field, is you can really see the difference in the textures on the ground. As far as, you know, not missing spots and stuff like that. This is a little trickier. You could still visible here, but you just have to pay attention a lot more. If we make it to the top at 25 liters left, we'll have enough. But guess what? Yeah, we're going to be just short. Maybe I will just not fertilize that last little bit. How does that sound? Take that. Now, this is a little bit narrower of a strip, so I don't know if it senses whether it's going to be putting down fertilizer or not, but yeah, I'm not going to go get more fertilizer. We're just going to, if we run out, we run out. We'll just have a section that's not fully fertilized. It'll drive me nuts, but that's okay. I'm already nuts. Okay, we are out. So there's going to be one little bit here that does not have fertilizer. So be it. All right, let's put this away. This thing will be very handy. We're going to definitely be using this a lot in the future. Let's do a little shopping. I got to figure out how we're going to harvest that. Yeah, and sheds, right? I did turn off my... I did turn off the zone markers or whatever they're called. Right there. Okay, let me turn that back on because I would like to see certain things. Game settings, there we go, on. Okay, yeah, all good. My house is making noise like the TV's on or something, I don't know. Anyways, okay. Let's do some shopping. Let's do some shopping. I need, let's get into specialty harvesters, beet harvesters. So realistically, you know, given our size and budget, it's either we're going to wait and save up money for this guy, which is very good. I do enjoy using that. But, you know, the price, or this, which is much cheaper and is single row, so it's very slow. But I think perhaps that's going to be enough for us to get started anyway. We can always sell it and get something else after. So I think I would rather $37.50 as much as possible. There are other options for capacities, dirt rail, trash, attacher type. Add an extension, what does that mean? I don't know what that helps or doesn't help. This will do, if I'm not mistaken, it'll do all the root crops. So why don't we just buy that right now? Right now, we'll get the larger tank. It's free. Why not, right? And that's out of the way. Like, you know, I've got my harvesting equipment. I've got my planting equipment. The only thing I think I'm missing is a fertilizer spreader of sorts. So we'll have to figure that out. Okay. I'd like to get rid of this thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll rest up. The fields are going to grow. I'm probably going to have to spray that field over there for weeds. We'll do that tomorrow. Let's move on. Get that. I want to get this sawmill out of here. I want it to just go away, you know. All right. So what do we got here? It's almost done processing. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to turbocharge it till it's finished. And we're gonna chop the time back down. That's it. That's all that's in there. So I got to get all this picked up, and we'll go sell it, and we'll see what the deal is, like how much money we have. That's good. We're gonna have to be really careful with that money because I don't see us bringing more money in anytime soon. Not much anyway. All right. Oops. That's it. Ugh. Okay. Let's go straight up here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do 2 trips to sell all this. It's a little scary, considering there's no more income on deck. I have to be really careful. This thing is pretty solid on the ground, considering I got stacked too high. Normally I'm tipping over all over the place. Okay, if we really run out of money, we could theoretically sell this setup here. Just work with the tractor for now. But this is kind of nice to have. All right, let's head back. The other thing we could do, I suppose, we could get a mower, some kind of mower kit, and then be able to sell, mow the grass and sell, make some bales or, you know, loose material, whatever. That's also an option, isn't it? We do have a fair amount of grass, and it would actually be good to do because it would show us where the perimeter of the land is. We'll just mow everything we can. That will show us exactly where we are, where we can extend things to. Because this field here, this wheat field, I suspect we're gonna make it bigger. All right, that should be it as far as loads, I hope. Oh no. It's gonna be more loads than that. How much do I have in here? Okay, I've got, that's it. That's all I have. So you know what I'm gonna do? We're going to load this up by hand. So I don't have to make another trip. Let's jump over this way. Okay, that should be good. In theory, we should be good. There's a little bit of stuff left over in the sawmill, but I'm not going to bother with it. As a matter of fact, why don't we sell that right away? There we go, sawmill. Okay, that part of the initial project is done. Let's go sell this. That should give us another 40, 50,000 maybe. Ooh, we're struggling a little bit here. Let's plop down a couple of small productions next. I was thinking about, originally I was thinking I would put down those base game $36,000 slow little productions. Then I got thinking there's a production, I forget what it's called. We'll find it. It does quite a few things. It does definitely does flower products and stuff like that, but it does quite a few things, so we're gonna have a look at that. I don't remember all the things it does. I don't know if it does oils, I don't know if it does sugar stuff or anything like that, but I do remember it doing like corn and tortillas and all that kind of thing. And just to be clear, tacos are fine foods. Don't care what anybody says. Maybe we make tacos. All right. Oh, what's that? That's that. So what do we got? 138. We had 60 something. So we got almost 70,000. That's awesome. That's very awesome. All right, I'm heading back. I'll see you guys there in a sec. I'm gonna run down this way. I think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to lease. The grass equipment. We'll make some silage bales, and we can see exactly where the edge of the farm is. Okay, I'm going to shoot down here for a reason. I'm just looking at this here. There is what seems to be a crossover here. Okay, so I'm just going to stop here for a minute, turn that off. Let's build, oops, wrong keys, there we go. What I'd like to do is just down here, put in some productions. Nice flat ground, but it's going to take me a minute to find what I'm looking for. Give me a second, guys. Okay, this is the one I'm looking for right here. This is $55,000. It's called a multi-grain production, and it has quite a few outputs, including cake, which is going to be one of our products. I would like for it to scroll the bottom part so I can see what else it makes. I think I use this on Riverbend Springs. I think we're gonna pop this in. I'm trying to find the flattest spot possible. I don't want to go too far. I kind of want it in here. I know it's not the flattest, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, there's only the two sides, right? So I can cover off the other sides. Actually, is that supposed to be the front, though? I don't think it really matters, does it? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it this way. I'm just going to pop it right here. Boom. Let's drive over. I'm just going to have a look at what we can do with this thing. Let's see if we made a wise choice. Okay, so that's the... Where's the trigger? Oh, man. You have to go inside? Yeah, you gotta go inside. Okay, so I guess that's kind of the front door, but... Okay, what can we make in here? We can make cake. 2 different types of cake. Rice flour based as well. That's kind of cool. We can make cereal. Corn tortillas, that's what I remember. Rice cakes. Whole wheat bread, that's kind of interesting. Whole wheat flour, so we can make different types of flours, I guess. Wheat flour, whole wheat flour. This makes... Oh, okay, I see, okay, all right. We'll definitely make some whole wheat flour bread. Okay, so it does not process sugars, and it does not process, what else are we gonna need? Okay, so just looking at all this stuff here, just scrolling up and down. So this kind of gives us a good idea, actually. If we're going to be doing cake, we're going to need eggs. That's already taken care of. We're working on the sugar. We do need still a production to make sugar. Butter, however, that's going to mean we're going to need some cows. So that's a whole other can of worms. Strawberries are fairly straightforward. I can just drop down a cheap greenhouse, I guess. Probably don't need much, you know. So the milk and the butter are definitely a challenge, and the sugar, I think we're going to see if we can find ourselves, and we might do that right away. Because this will handle our flour, and you know, as soon as our field is ready for wheat, we can start putting in, you know, start producing our flour, so that'll be quick. And sugar, though, that's a different story. So give me a second, guys. I'll see what I can find. I kind of feel like I want something cheap for that. But I don't want to be too lame either. Give me a second. I'll see what I can find. Okay, I had a quick look, and I've changed my mind. We're not going to use this one. I found something interesting here called a special dairy. And I know that that's, you know, not going to replace what we just took out, but this does a lot of the milk stuff. Plus, I think it does like yogurts and all kinds of cheeses and stuff like that. And that's definitely up our alley for this series. So we're going to put that one in, but maybe not quite yet. Okay, so sugar mill. Yeah, sorry, I'm jumping around a lot here trying to find what we need, what we're going to need. But I'm going to get this sugar mill. This is the base game. They're kind of slow, but honestly, I feel like we're not going to be in a rush. So I think we'll get some of this production. Hang on. Let me think about it. Okay. I gave it some thought. I think what we're going to do is just go ahead with, this little production here. And that's going to make our sugar, basically. So, have a look at the footprint of that. And it's tiny, so I can pop that in. I can pop that in right here, probably. 39.5. Why does it say 39.5? I want the cheaper version of this. Should be 36. 36,000. There we go. That's the one I want. It's got the roof on it. So I think we're going to put that right here. Is that a hill here? No, just my eyeballs. My eyeballs not working. There we go. Okay, so that's one thing. And I'm sorry, I've been bouncing around a little bit. But this will make our sugar. Now, I need a mill for the grains, right? So let's jump back in here. And that, I think I'm going to use one of these things here. It's 27. There's this bit cheaper one. This one is 23. That's going to be a mill. So you know what I'm going to do with this one? We're going to put this one on top of the hill because mills tend to do better high up, right? And where are the triggers for this? 3 sides, right? So I think, I don't know, it feels kind of weird that it's that far away though. I'm trying to get to do reality. Let's not reality. Let's just, we're relaxing on this series, right? Let's pop that down right here. There we go. Now I do need to smooth that a little bit. And possibly a little bit here as well. Okay, that's fine. I mean, ideally put windmills way up high, but this should be fine. Kind of looks good. I like it. I like it. Okay, so that takes care of 2 kind of key components. We're still going to need a bakery, though. And we're going to need a few more things. We got lots to do. Anyways, guys, this episode's kind of dragging on here a bit. We still have $79,000, so we're going to be really careful how we deal with that. But we're off to a great start. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this, please consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you have an amazing day.